It's that time again! Thanks for tuning in! I'm your host, the Joker. Harley! Harley! You see? Let's get to know our legendary contestants.
Welcome to DCUO Legends Spotlight. My name is Jemmy, and today we will go over the newly added Legends character, Supergirl. Her given name was Kara Zor-El, cousin to Superman. Kara also survived the destruction of Krypton, fleeing the planet on a programmed ship so that she may aid the infant Kal-El on Earth. However, during her long travel, Kara's ship malfunctioned, leaving her in stasis till she finally arrived to Earth years and years later. She found that the infant she was in charge of taking care of was a full-grown adult, while she still retained her teenage self due to the stasis. Now the roles have changed, where the once infant Superman is in charge of showing Kara Zor-El, or Supergirl, how to live on Earth. So let's see just how well she adjusted by going over her moves. Supergirl, being a Kryptonian, uses the movement of flight. Her choice of weaponry is a modified brawling, where the usual range attack is replaced with heat vision, much like the other Kryptonians such as Superman, Power Girl, and Ursa. Speaking of heat vision, the first skill on Supergirl's loadout is one we have seen in other Kryptonians as well, which is, again, heat vision. It deals an initial burst damage, then inflicts a burning dot that lasts for quite some time. This skill is safe to use against blocking targets, however, it is vulnerable to lunges, so just be aware of when you decide to use this skill. Against enemy groups, heat vision is a single target ray, damaging the first enemy in the line of sight. It seems though that it can affect more than one target if the ants move out of the way while the skill is still being executed. Next skill is Ocular Burst, as Supergirl blasts the ground beneath her with, I would best describe as a heat bubble that damages and knocks back nearby enemies, finishing off with a burning dot. Ocular Burst is safe to use against blocking targets without any fear of being countered. However, all blocking targets will not be knocked back, and they will also take reduced damage as long as they continue to hold the block. In groups, Ocular Burst is a great skill since it is a 360-degree AoE around Supergirl, affecting all enemies in front and behind her. The third skill is called Kryptonian Clobber, as Supergirl clasps her hands together and swings at her enemies, dealing damage. This skill is also a combo, and how you would execute it is that you would use the initial Kryptonian Clobber skill first, then press the melee button after to combo it with a backhand that knocks back your enemies and deals damage. The combo does not take any extra power to use. It is safe to use against blocking targets, however, the combo portion of that is not. So choose when or when not to combo the skill. In group fights, the initial skill Kryptonian Clobber is a single target skill that damages only one enemy. But if it is comboed, that combo is a conal AoE in front of Supergirl, affecting more than one target. The last thing to note is that Kryptonian Clobber is also a finisher combo. Once your enemy is below 35% health, the backhand combo will deal extra damage to finish off your opponent. Spinning Cyclone is another skill we have seen before, maybe with different animations to it now, but the skill itself is still the same. Supergirl twirls to create a cyclone that thrashes around her enemy while dealing damage in rapid succession. The skill is safe to use against blocking targets, however no crowd control effects will apply. In group fights, Spinning Cyclone is a 360-degree AoE around Supergirl, damaging all enemies in front and behind her. For whirling vortex, Supergirl creates bursts of small vortexes that damages her enemies and pushes them back. Whirling vortex is another combo skill, but this time press your range button to execute 2 more vortexes at no additional power cost. The initial skill is safe to use against blocking targets, just like Kryptonian Clobber, but once you execute the combo, the 2 additional vortexes are vulnerable to lunges, so use the combo situationally. In group fights, whirling vortex affects and damages all enemies in the vortex's path, so it would be a linear AoE. The last skill on Supergirl's loadout is called booya, but the skill itself is just like swoop attack. Judging from the animation, it seems that the name was just changed to go with the overall feel of the character, but the mechanics still remain the same. So we will go over it quickly. Supergirl swoops into her enemies, damaging and knocking them back. It is safe to use against blocking targets, but the knockback effect will not apply. In group fights, booya is a conal AoE that affects all enemies in front of Supergirl. So that about wraps up Supergirl. She seems to retain similar Kryptonian skills with the other Kryptonians we have in the Legends roster, but the largest difference she has would be is that she has 2 combos to give you the option to use those combos at your discretion to land extra damage or feint your opponent by not comboing, instead using a block breaker. Like always guys, thank you so much for watching. If you would like to see the earlier Legends Spotlight we had covered, I'll go ahead and leave that easy link in the center right here for you. I do also have a new vlog up if you're interested in watching that as well. If you would like to stay updated with the latest videos as soon as we upload them, we would love you to join us by clicking the subscribe button right up top or below. I do also have a vlogging channel where you get to know a little bit more about Jemmy behind these videos with the link below, and feel free to find me on other forms of social media such as Twitter, Facebook, and more, with all the convenient links listed in the description box. Thank you guys so much for watching once again, and I love you guys all. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye!